Today we're going to talk about adding symbols and adding other products without having to, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to show you how to do this and why you would do this method. Anyway, this is on the forum. It's in regard to hold downs, and as you can see that we have a typical hold down detail, and it's showing where particular items would go. Now let's have a look at what those items look like. I'm going to show you how to create labels, and I'm going to show you two methods of doing that. But quickly, I'll just show you what it is that we're actually quantifying here. So this is a hold down. It's a special bracket to stop uplift or forces or movement. It's made by Simpson Strong-Tie. We want to quantify these brackets, and we also want to show the subcontractor where they go. So as you can see, I've got A and B here, and both of these items, if I went and placed them around, we might say, look, I mean, I'm not going to get into detail in this project, but there's going to be one here, and one here. And we want to quantify these items. So if I clicked take off, it's going to take off the whole model. And then if I looked for that, I'm going to say Simpson, search, it'll find all the Simpson products inside of the model. So you can see here I've got the hold downs there, B, and it's showing me everything that is inside of the model, right? And therefore we can quantify and associate price with it. However, it is just the symbol that is doing that. So if I went right click, take off, selection only, you'll notice that it's only going to come up with just that one item, which is the Simpson Strong-Tie STHD14, one of them at $1.94 each. If I added multiple, obviously we're going to have multiple items. So I'm just going to go move, control, get over here, and we're going to have one here and one here. That way, if I selected take off selection only, we would have three of them in our engineering section. I'm going to show you how to get them in the engineering section, and I'm also going to show you how to create these. Now, and I'm also going to tell you why I believe that just the symbol is sufficient. And why I would not go about doing this. And the main reason, guys, I'll actually hit it now. I'm not going to import all of these brackets. I might do it in a vignette, which is a detail that we might just show a part of the model, but I'm not going to put this amount of excess geometry inside of the model, because as you can see, this connector is probably holding more lines and faces than the whole frame is. And that's insane. We don't need that level of detail when we're doing a building information model. Right, so what I'm going to do is show you how to use a symbol. Right, and you can see I've got A and B already done. So what I have here is the large tool set open. You can get that by right clicking and choosing large tool set, but I've got it open here, and you can dock it, which I do recommend that you do. And now you can go in and you can choose the 3D text. Now you can extrude it and make it into 3D. Personally, I don't recommend it, so I don't extrude it. You can choose a height and you can place it. So let's make this one C. All right, place. I'm going to place the C over here. Now, it doesn't know anything about it, so if I right click, take off, selection only, it's going to be blank. There's no engineering product in there, but I want to make this into another Simpson Strong-Tie product. So what I've got over here on the right is the Simpson Strong-Tie website. And I've just gone in and went, okay, well, which product do I want? And I'm going to choose this Simpson Strong-Tie particular thing. Now, obviously, guys, you're going to do your research on this. And now I'm going to select it. And because I have Plus Design Build installed, I can go right-click, make BIM component. And I'm also going to save this. I'm going to leave it named Save, but I'm going to give it a product code of Control-V by just, I copied and pasted out of the Simpson Strong-Tie website. I'm going to quickly type in Simpson Strong-Tie here. Okay. I'm also going to save this so that I can use it next time. I'm going to show you how I do that in a second. And I'm going to choose where I want it to be on a layer. So I'm going to click Search Layer, and I'm going to click on my Engineering. Engineering. Okay. Right. That's the layer that I want it to be on, and therefore that's going to show up in my takeoff underneath that area, but it's also going to show up in my model when I select certain scenes. I'm going to give it a price, and I didn't get a price there. Let's just say it's $4.44, right? You can write details about them. Buy in pack of 10, right? and everything. You can add more information about it and the price and go submit. Now I have this, I can right click and save out to device. And you'll notice that I've actually created a folder called engineering here, and inside of it I've got hold downs. And therefore I can go in here and paste the name of it. Hold down strap. Whatever it is, guys, just make sure you type in what you understand it or how you would order it. Okay? Right. That way, next time I start a model, I can go through and do it. But you'll notice now if I just select, say, here, let's just go select them individually. And this one here, I can go right click, take off selection only, and I'll have under my engineering section A, B, C, and D. And therefore, I've also got my price associated with the number, and it's counted them in there. Right? I only selected 3. However, if I selected the whole model, it would tell me how many items are in the model. Having that letter in there is so much better than actually having all of that detail that we showed before, because we would make our model too heavy. It's like having a truck and sticking 5 pallets of bricks in the back. If it's not necessary, you get a delivery, right? Okay, so now that is saved out, when I actually open up, and I'll see if I can grab this over here for you. All right. When I'm inside of a new model, I can go through and just choose which particular items I wanted out when I go to my components. You can see I've got engineering there, hold downs, and then I have my symbols. You can also associate, so say for instance, and it does appear as though this particular item here must come with some type of 1/2-inch bolt that ties it down. You can associate different items with A. So I could go and put a rectangle in here or a square or whatever. Let's say rectangle here, and I can use my BIM tool, make BIM component, to be a hold down bolt without having to draw the whole bolt. It doesn't make sense. And I'm going to say 1/2-inch, and it could be by a supplier, but more importantly, I think I just want to make sure it's in the area that I want it to be. So engineering here, right, and therefore it'll show up in my takeoff with this particular item, product code, and guys, I'm just making this up, 1, 2, 3, 4, but you're going to have something there. I didn't click that there. And the price that you would associate with this bolt, I'm going to say it's $1.25. Submit. Now what I can do is I can make both of these items or multiple items. It could be that you need nuts, bolts, washers, and they're all built separately, but I can select both of these items here and right click and just make it a component, right? And I can call it hold down assembly. Probably poorly typed, but you get the idea. Create, right? And therefore, instead of having this and that, I would just go through and delete these. If it's always going to need that little bolt, I'll just go and say delete that, and then I would just move and reuse this one here, right? So move, put it wherever it is I want it to be, right? And now I'm going to have a hold down assembly. Could be multiple items. If I just take off one, right click, take off selection only, engineering, right? I have the hold down bolt, 1/2-inch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at $1.25, which I put it in there. You would save that. So you would save assemblies. Don't save individual items so you have to add a bolt, a washer, and a nut. Create assemblies and then save them into your components. You can also save them into your vignettes. Now, I'll quickly explain that. Let's just grab another, let's go here, components, vignettes, and I think I have a wall vignette, some multiple vignettes here. Let's just choose this one here. All right. Put this one in here. Now what I could do is, knowing that I would always use a particular item with a particular bolt, I can grab that and put that inside of my vignette and resave my vignette. So every time I do it, I'm going to have the Simpson Strong Tie hold down and the bolt associated with it. And the way that I would do that, I'm going to explode this because it's already a component. I'm going to rename it, right click, make component, and then I'm going to call it wall the height of the wall, assembly, and whatever it is that I want to will help me remember this. And I'm going to create it, and then I'm going to go right click, save out to device. I'm going to put in the location. So remember the last location, so I don't want to go there. I actually want it inside of my vignettes, assembly, and I can type with hold downs or whatever. That way, next time I want to create the wall, I just go right click, create similar wall, and it will create that wall for me. So I'll go inside and show you. Right click, walls, create similar wall. Right, wherever it is I'm going to do, there we go. Okay, so that's created and copied the attributes of this wall, and when I wanted to grab my hold down, you can see that I can grab my hold down, and that way when I go back to my hold down details, now I can see them the way that I've drawn. Now, guys, you can see I was just messing about, but I just want you to get the idea is that you don't have to use detailed geometry to be able to quantify something. If you don't need to see it and you only need to see a symbol, this is the best way to do it. I hope it helps, guys. If you've got any questions, ask them below. If you like the video, push like. If you dislike the video, push dislike, but make sure you tell us why. Cheers.